I'm News 19 meteorologist Dana Wilson. We are now seeing a tropical depression. However, we have seen our third named storm of the 2025 Atlantic hurricane season, which we've been tracking over the past few days, which was Tropical Storm Chantal. And according to our 11 a.m. update, it is currently located 80 miles west of Wilmington, North Carolina, not too far from Charleston as well. The winds and gusts have decreased greatly, 35 miles per hour winds wise. However, our gusts have decreased almost over 30 miles per hour, and that's good. However, the movement is starting to pick up more towards the north, headed towards North Carolina. Here's a look at our track that we have in this cone of uncertainty. It has now decreased and weakened to a tropical depression, just like we just talked about, and it's expected to remain a tropical depression into tonight, and not expecting any strengthening before becoming a low pressure system that heads towards Virginia. Is our expected track. Low pressure system bringing some rain. Now, we do have the tropical storm warning that has expired for our areas that were near Myrtle Beach. However, Horry County still watching for the possible threat of some flood as the rain is continuing to pour near those areas. Now, as far as rip currents, I know a lot of people wanted to head out for the beach from Santee River all the way down to Hilton Head. Make sure you're swimming within reach of a lifeguard. However, still dangerous and some life-threatening conditions for near Myrtle Beach. That's North Santee River up to Hilton Head in the Grand Strand area. Now, we're still watching throughout this afternoon for some tropical conditions where we could still see some gusty winds and even some rainfall. As of right now, to see where the storm has moved, it's mostly in North Carolina's area, but areas like Chesterfield and Marlboro, as of right now, seeing some heavy rainfall. Even some rain has dropped down to some of our areas, Camden, Bishopville, and Sumter. That's mostly where we're expecting effects for today. Excessive rainfall outlook, depending on how that storm continues to move. Really, it's based on the storm, how wet things could be for us. But we're still paying attention to this excessive rainfall outlook as we could see some heavy rainfall. Winds, not too bad up though. Winds have subsided exponentially, actually, since the storm has begun to continue to push northward, and we've seen the track kind of shift a little bit more into central part of North Carolina. So as of right now, here's a look at our winds. But according to our in-house forecast model this afternoon, we could still see some quick downpours, some stray showers across the Midlands, mostly towards the northeast area. And then by the time tonight, conditions are expected to improve, mostly leaving us with some clouds throughout the night. But by the time that we head into tomorrow, we're expecting some storms to bubble up again in the afternoon. That's expected to stick around, especially you just seen mostly along the coast area, but also for us here in the Midlands. As we head into later for the night, mostly got some clouds is going to stick around for us. But the big talker of this week is going to be rain. You can see on our 7-day forecast, we're continuing to see rain chances, mostly in the afternoon through the evening, and then overnight conditions continue to improve. But we're paying attention to the sea breeze that's possibly expected to move in for some heavier rainfall headed Tuesday night into Wednesday as well. Temperature-wise for today, it's a little bit cooler than it has been the previous days, so that's some relief. Now, we don't have the relief for some rain though. Could see some pop-up showers, especially as Tropical Depression Chantal continues to move north, and we could see some rain that'll drop down from North Carolina from that storm. However, as we head into tomorrow, Monday, expecting some showers to start picking up right around 2 p.m. Up until around 8 p.m. So that means pack your umbrella as you're headed out. And temperature-wise, we're well on the way to the hundreds. Heat indexes, it's expected to be muggy and humid throughout this week, as we're pretty much staying in the upper 90s The big story that we're talking about has been Chantal. The good news that we have is that it has weakened into a tropical depression. However, that doesn't mean that that risk of some rain and even some possible flash flooding is out of the picture. We're continuing to watch here and on air. We'll keep you updated. Stay with us.